Who the greatest? No, not the latest. Ain't that debatable? Yeah. Check the stats. This the Jared Willer Ryan show. 9 no days off. You been grinding, I've been grinding too. Made it through the storm, great clouds. You see me shining through champion state of mind. I've been balling better D up. We win it all. That's the only time my feet up. Blood, sweat, tears, hard work with the passion. The killer in the game. I hop in and go assassin. Nah, I can't be average. Nah, I can't be last. Just always first or nothing. Doubter said I was bluffing. See him after I went like I thought was coming. Gun in the head drumming. Shit shots at my fields. Who thought they were in the running? Why would I be nervous? I've been training for this day. I'll be like a freight train. Any problems in my way, never complain. They said okay, I'll follow my dream, and if it don't pay, but anyway, what you say? I'm too busy getting paid. Tunnel vision on my goals, like success gonna be my fate. Pray to God he take my soul if I die before I wait. Give it everything you got, cause that's what it's gonna take, and don't wait. Do it now, that's the time is of the essence. From a kid to a king, you are now in the presence of a new creature, adapted new features. Remember when I was a student, now I'm brighter than my teachers. Don't worry if I spit, cause if I do it, be that ether. I got stripes just like a zebra. Up a level, I might lead ya. How to play too hard to see ya. I'ma heat up in the winter. They gon' look at me like Scar, but I'm really more like Simba. Always been the realest. I can't hang around pretenders talking like I ain't gang, but I know a couple members ain't tripping about the beat. Focused on the bigger picture, dreams in the hair like you thought I wouldn't get you. Grinding like I never ate, can't make no pivotal mistake. Do we wanna be good or great? Steady now, pick up the pace. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now we moving weight. Power of the jungle, crush time. We gon' release the 8, and I'm still gon' keep my faith. God with me, so I'm straight. I'm the fire in the lake. I put the devil in his place. I don't think it's no debate. It's my time to make a shake. I done did away with fear. Y'all no longer welcome here. I just had to make it clear you wasn't deaf and you can hear. Opponent win it won't be easy. Game colder than my freezy. Early stages of my grind, and I was young, they ain't believe me. So in my older days, all the ball and got them queasy.
All right. And welcome in. Turn that down. Welcome into another episode of That's Debatable. My name is Ryan Dietrich. Here with Jeremiah Bays. We got no Will Ward today.
Yeah.
He's out doing some basketball play calling, so.
Hey, get it in, brother.
That's right.
We'll hold it down.
Got it. So what's up? How we doing, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. As always, this is episode 29. NBA All-Star Game was last night.
Dickerson.
There you go. I was trying to think. I got no other 29s.
Eric Berry.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah, well,
and double. I got ED and EB, double E. It's all good.
yeah, we'll take it.
Legendary stuff.
There we go. So episode 29.
The ambassador.
Yep. Just got, NBA All-Star Game was last night, NBA All-Star Weekend. So the NBA is on break for a couple days. They resume on Thursday, I believe. College basketball's in full swing. The Olympics just got over.
Yeah.
In case anybody out there caught any of that. Yeah, kind
It's
of.
on that NBC streaming service. It's not just on basic NBC. I don't got Peacock. Yeah, that's what's called. I don't have Peacock. Yeah. Don't have Peacock. Might have to get it though because I need to watch Bel Air.
That does look pretty good, actually.
The trailers look amazing.
I'm interested to see.
Just people who spoil stuff. Seems like it's pretty good, so I might have to check it out.
Right.
I'm hearing a lot of people don't like the new Carlton.
Okay. I haven't heard that yet, but in terms of exciting, I don't know if the Olympics necessarily brought that like it usually does. It's usually a lot of fanfare and stuff, but with the Summer Olympics getting moved back to like 2021, I mean, that was 8 months ago.
Yeah.
We had Summer Olympics and turn around, boom, here we are. So.
Yeah, Winter Olympics, not really that big a fan of.
So. Whatever. It is what I mean. Shout out to all those athletes doing cool stuff.
Yeah, they're still the best in the world.
Dude,
Don't
right.
get that twisted, though.
Yep.
But yeah.
So,
for sure.
Olympics was over the weekend. Let's see. The PGA Tour was back at Riviera Country Club in L.A., the Genesis Invitational. This is 1 year ago. This is Tigers tournament. He hosts it. So this is when he had his accident a year ago, roughly around this time.
And he already back out there.
Yeah, and there were some interviews with him over the week that said, he's a long way from returning or to playing any sort of, actual competitive golf. He made that statement. He won't be making like a full-time return. He's having, all he can do is chip and putt and some low irons and stuff right now. So it's amazing that he can even walk and swing a golf club. So, yeah. Speaking of the GOAT, shout out to the GOAT. Tiger's always needed for the PGA, draws eyeballs and stuff. But so exciting tournament for the Genesis over the weekend. NHL's back in full swing. They had their All-Star game. It's President's Day, so there's actually some daytime hockey today. Avalanche got smoked by the Bruins 5-1.
So President's Day is the hockey thing, like basketball is Martin Luther King Day, Christmas.
Ooh.
You got NFL, Turkey Day, like that. Is that what it is for them?
I don't know. Just an opportunity to maybe sneak some eyeballs. I mean, ESPN, with hockey being on ESPN this year, NHL is now on ESPN. It's kind of a thing. So maybe ESPN took that under their cap, and it's Monday. We got some extra eyeballs with the day off. So I don't know, broadcast them. So. But, and I just, Jer mentioned it right when he walked in, that Juwan Howard, the head coach of Michigan, so we'll jump into college hoops.
Let's go.
That he was suspended 5 games.
Yeah, that breaking news. Woo. It just broke about 20 minutes ago. So if you ain't got it from ESPN, you get it from TD. That's debatable.
That's right. And actually, I don't know if it amounts to 5 games, but this says, breaking news, Howard suspended for the rest of the University of Michigan season. So.
On mine, I got Michigan coach Juwan Howard is being suspended 5 games following Sunday's altercation versus Wisconsin. And that's the only one I got from. I got that from ESPN, the ESPN app.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just because there's 5 games left in like the regular season, but so I don't know. He's been suspended 5 games, equating to the remainder of the regular season.
Yeah,
so. All right, they just worded it kind of weird.
Yeah, I just want to say the same thing. Howard suspended for the rest of the season. So are they going to suspend him for the rest of the season, fire him in the off season? Do you got that video?
Yeah, I do. Excuse me, folks. Yeah, I got that video. We'll throw that in real quick. And if anybody's out there, feel free to jump in the comments, jump in the chat. But let me roll Juwan Howard. All right, here we go.
77-63.
Here's your clip. Post game, Wisconsin gets the dub. And yeah, this is an assistant coach for the for the Badgers. At least he didn't hit another player, but for a head coach, definitely unacceptable. He's the man that's coaching these young kids, trying to turn these young men, young boys into men, provide leadership, all those things. Power, right? So.
I'm happy the fans didn't react. They're all just standing there just like, okay, so is anybody gonna break it up? Yeah, so at least the fans didn't get active. The players really just were shoving each other. I don't think it wasn't too many players involved with anything. Players shouldn't be punished anyway in this situation.
Now that's not an excuse for this, but that is what angered Juwan Howard.
Right. Yeah. So, and this is his second.
Right for the coach, though. That's what's up.
Yeah. Well, Howard had an incident last year, didn't he?
Yeah, something similar. Well, not. He didn't take it this far. Right. Another coach.
So there's the aftermath. Provides it. That was a pretty big news. Storyline yesterday.
Was that the same game? I know it was just a game where he caught the ball. The ball was live, and he had picked it up in bounds. And,
threw it in.
Yeah, the guy got a tick for it.
So, what do you think? 5 games appropriate?
Well, it's the end of the season, and I don't think they're going to the tournament, are they?
I doubt it.
Yeah, so it's as long as he shouldn't lose his job. So 5 games the rest of the season. That's cool.
And that's kind of what the debate was is that should he lose his job?
No, I don't think so.
It's
possible. I mean, you can't within the lines. I mean, you got to be able to control that. But hey, some stuff happens. Hey, I just seen that. I seen something similar today at my job, man. Somebody got put down. It was.
It happens in the workplace.
It happens in the workplace. Tempers got flared. First guy throw the first punch. Pow. Okay, the guy eat it. Then it's the other guy's turn. Oh, man, down goes Frazier. It happens, man.
So yeah, I'll buy that. 5 games inappropriate suspension the rest of the season.
I can't.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have gotten fired. Or probably shouldn't get fired, and he didn't. So 5-game suspension seems appropriate. The rest of the season, I think they're 14-11, or so they won't. Yeah, odds are they won't be making the tournament, barring they win the Big Ten championship. But
not likely.
So
not this year.
Not this year.
Look like that might be Purdue.
Man, Purdue is good. So speaking of.
Oh, man.
Out of the new AP Top 25, you got Purdue at number 4.
Auburn at 3.
I was just going to roll Big Ten.
Oh, okay.
Wisconsin at 13, Illinois at 15, Ohio State at 22, and Iowa at 25. So you got 5 teams in the top 25. I didn't miss anybody, did I?
No.
Providence, UCLA. So, yeah. Rutgers turned it on last week, 4 straight wins. 3 of those were, I think, against top 25 teams. Ohio State, Illinois. I think they knocked off Purdue. So Rutgers has been hot. They talk a lot about conference cannibalism. Let me switch this over real quick.
Fresh off work, man.
They talk about conference cannibalism.
It'll pick up, though. Trust me.
Good teams just beating... good teams beat each other. That's what happens when you got a bunch of good teams in one conference. They got to play twice a year. So they end up beating each other, but, it builds competition. It makes them stronger, all those kinds of things. And you've got some premier players in the Big Ten. You mentioned Jaden Ivey for the Boilermakers.
Wish we had that video. Dude, poster of the year, possibly. He put him on a poster and looked into the camera like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that.
He's aware of how good he is. His stock is certainly rising. Number 1 pick in the draft is looking like Jabari Smith for Auburn, potentially this Jaden Ivey.
He gonna definitely have something to say about it. Top 3 pick potential with that play.
Yep.
I know it's just one play, but that one play showed me he liked that. Looked like an Anthony Edwards dunk. Who didn't enter the dunk contest, by the way, but we'll get to that later.
We will get to that. Jaden Ivey's the one who he hit a big buzzer beater against Ohio State.
Oh, he the one who hit that jumper too?
He hit that one.
So he got the poster and the jumper. Oh, yeah, he's definitely top 3 just off of those 2 plays. He's definitely top 3 off of those 2 plays.
Like it.
Definitely gonna have to. Yeah, March Madness is picking up. You definitely about to lock in with
Dude, yeah, we've got
NCAA.
Yeah, 5. Let's see. I think the Buckeyes have 6 or 7 games left in the regular season. Before it's tournament time, we got the Big Ten tournament, and then we'll dive into March Madness. One of my favorite times of the year, as always. Looking forward to Selection Sunday. We'll be in 2 weeks from yesterday, so always good. Maybe we'll have to get a That's Debatable bracket going. Get a pool going for sure. So the Buckeyes sit nicely at number 22, still in the top 5. They did drop a few spots, but E.J. Liddell's playing well. They're getting, back to full strength. The Buckeye women are doing good as well. They're in the top 25. So shout out the Lady Bucks. Ohio State is here at the Schottenstein Center tonight. Indiana is in town. And Indiana actually beat Ohio State in Indiana earlier this year. It was a pretty big upset. I think Ohio State would have been number 10 or 15 at the time against unranked Indiana. So the Buckeyes have got some vengeance tonight, looking to get one back against the Hoosiers. Yep.
They dropped 4 in the standings through the week.
They moved down quite a bit. They're still 16-7. Wisconsin's 21-5. Purdue 24-4. Let me see if I can pull up our Big Ten.
24-4. Yeah, Purdue's killing it. The Boilermakers, veteran team.
Right. Big Ten standings. Yeah, Purdue. Oh, Illinois is at 15. Yeah, I got them there. It was Purdue, Illinois, Wisconsin, Ohio State. And you got Rutgers, Michigan State, Michigan, Iowa. Cornhuskers at the bottom, 1-14 in conference play. Tough year for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Nebraska ball on the down low. All right. So there's a little bit. College basketball. Gonzaga unanimous number 1. Arizona jumped Auburn. Arizona's up to number 2. Auburn 3. Kansas 5, Kentucky, Duke. There you go, 5, 6, and 7. Kansas, Kentucky, Duke, all your traditional blue bloods in there. So it's going to be an exciting year. And we're getting down to that crunch time. Conference tournament's always big. So.
Everybody but Carolina.
Yep. All right. Wisconsin, Indiana there.
Kentucky dark horse this year.
Kentucky's all, I mean, for being number 6 in the country, it's not really a dark horse, right?
But nobody really believes in Calipari for real.
22-5. They're just all that talent, man. It's tough. You know, talent wins out in college basketball, that's for sure. We'll see if Mark Few can get things going in Gonzaga in his coaching. He needs a ship, so looking like the favorites. All right. Let's get into some NBA, the highlight of the weekend.
Did you catch all the events or the majority?
I did, dude. I didn't catch much of it, actually. I missed the dunk contest. I missed the 3. I saw a little bit of the game. So fill me in. Give me a recap.
Oh, you definitely didn't miss much with the dunk contest, that's for sure.
I was going to say, is that...
Gotta stretch, because this is about to get wild. It's like, no. But for real, man.
All right, well, you said the dunk was this the worst dunk contest ever? It was catching a lot of flack from a lot of places for being boring, etc. So what are your thoughts?
A lot of missed dunks, a lot of, I don't know if it was the lack of preparation, the lack of concentration. I don't know. The lack of creativity. I mean, it wasn't the Cole Anthony put Tim's on. I mean, that was, in a way, it's like, okay, he was like, but it took him like 6 tries to make the first dunk, and all he did was catch it. I mean, it's not like I could do it.
And all he did was put on boots.
But yeah, he really just put boots on. It took him a while to sign him up too.
That's the other thing, is it those gimmicks, and like they spend a lot of time having Bill Russell sign the ball, or putting on boots, or taking their jersey off and putting on some old Dunker's jersey. I saw what's his name threw Jefferson's jersey on, or Richardson's jersey on. Excuse me.
Yeah, Cole Anthony, he put on his dad's jersey.
Yeah, so.
So yeah, that man, he put that. That's what the Timbs. He put on the Knicks jersey. New York, you know, they're affiliated with the Timberlands, the boots, and all of that.
So that
Wheats. It was, I mean, cool look. But if he just had to come harder than that. It's not. I'm not mad at the participants. I'm mad at the people who chose not to participate, especially over like BS reasons. But before even getting into that, you got Friday night, the celebrity game.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the celebrity game.
Yeah, I kind of caught it. I caught it at
God, that's right, Myles Garrett. I meant to pull Myles Garrett's dunks. Man, goodness,
he missed a big dunk, and then he made a big dunk. He pinned Quavo's shot to the out of bounds.
The clip where he picked MGK's pocket and then just did the
totally not fair. Now we gotta define what a celebrity is when it comes to a celebrity game, because of course,
all right,
you got Quavo, rapper, MGK, rapper. You got some actors out there. Then Myles Garrett plays for the Cleveland Browns, and he's like one of the most physically dominating freaks out there. Just, I mean, but hey, gotta lace him up. Hey, he was killing stuff. I don't remember who won the celebrity game MVP, but it might have been I think it was Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow hit a 4-point play.
I believe that's right.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up.
What's popping? Brand new whip just hopped in. But yeah, that was the celebrity game, the Rising Star Challenge.
Question though. Go back to that. What does make a celebrity like eligible for the celebrity game? You know, they got.
I mean, I understand what a celebrity is, but in the case of, I guess I guess we still define Myles Garrett as an NFL star, so I guess he's a celebrity.
Yeah, you kind of blur the lines between Hollywood celebrities or
just like.
And he made a lot of.
They had a like a high jumper in there. That's okay. Yeah, he had a couple putbacks. Yep. He had a nice putback.
I thought that was cool, bringing in. Kind of an unusual sport, not. Yeah. And not a track athlete, somebody outside like the Major Four, to come and do that. But Myles Garrett last offseason made a bunch of headlines, showing videos of him at the practice court. Yeah. Pickup games, doing all that. Cleveland Browns fans worried.
Pickup game just with celebrities.
So do the Browns? Do Browns fans
stronger than everybody?
Are Browns fans concerned watching Myles Garrett? No. Afraid he's going to tear an ACL or Achilles or something?
Nah, they still worried about what Baker going to do.
You got that right.
They still worried about what Baker going to do. At least Baker didn't play. No. But
all right, moving on from the celebrity game, I forgot.
Then we got the Rising Star Challenge King. It was like 4 different teams. Team Peyton, team. Who else had some teams? I know Gary Payton had a team for sure. But it was Cade Cunningham's team won, and Cade Cunningham was the Rising Star MVP, #1 pick from last year.
Yep.
Yeah. LaMelo Ball and them couldn't get him done. That's what I was rooting for. Because they have my guy, my Chicago Bull, Don Sonru. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Boom.
But that's that, and of course, like you said, we got Big Cat. Big Cat ran away. I was impressed with Big Cat. Luke Kennard came out and did his thing, specialist. Zach LaVine, he want to win a 3-point thing so bad. I forget the 3-point. Quit trying to win the 3-point contest, fam. Just go back to the dunk contest one more time, please. Just go back, Zach. Zach won 2. Just so we could get some. Like he did a 360 dunk in the game. Like a lot of the All-Star dunks was better than the dunks that we've seen Saturday night.
John Moran's highlight reel of dunks from the game is just ridiculous.
And then he said the rim ain't low. Fam, if you wanted to, you could make your gimmick bringing out a 12-foot hoop. I mean, it's only like I think Dwight Howard.
They've done it before, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So don't tell me that the rim ain't high enough. Like you can make it higher as the gimmick. Plus you got the bounce. You would just win off the strength of that. Like Anthony Edwards could have been there. I guess a couple of players that really young players that's out there that really could have just answered that. Like I felt like the wrong person from Golden State went. Juan Toscano Anderson was not the player. Every time I see him, he's shooting threes.
Yep.
It's only one player who I see that's just dunking on everything, and that's Gary Payton Jr. from Golden State. Like they got the wrong slip. They meant to get Gary Payton Jr. Like, I don't know. It could have been some different players out there. I think Ja, Anthony Edwards, Gary Payton Jr.
For the dunk contest or the 3?
And Obi Toppin for the dunk contest. No, that would have like some young stars who known to get bounced. Like before I even dive deep into the dunk contest, who was all in the 3-point contest? I know Big Cat. It came down to Big Cat. You want
to go back? All right, we're going to the 3-point.
Yeah, before I even get into that.
All right, real quick. Boom, there's that.
Yeah, they said the greatest big man shooter ever. No, dude, not even close. I mean, when you got Dirk Nowitzki who hit the biggest shots on the biggest of stages. Sorry, Cat. Like Big Cat, but Big Dirk, nah.
And I do have his. Here, let's watch the big man shoot.
But
this is Cat's final.
He can put a lot of pressure on him. Let's see if he have it.
When I seen his first round, I said, "Oh yeah, Big Cat. Yeah, he might win this." Even over Luke Kennard, I didn't believe Luke Kennard could pull away.
Who did he face in the final round?
It came down to him and Luke, I thought.
Right? But yeah, it's cool. First center in NBA history to win the 3-point contest. So props to him. But yeah, I would have liked to see. I mean, Curry goes ham and buries 16 in the game. So
he could be a Chicago Bull. Somebody will need to do something with him one day.
Cat?
Yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs this year, but man.
I can't shoot like that. That's for dang sure. So I thought that was cool, seeing him come away with it.
Look at the wrist. Elbows in.
I don't even think he jumps. He might get up on his tippy toes a little bit. But it's cool.
He couldn't break 30.
He couldn't even break 30.
He couldn't break 30. He tried to break 30. It's like Curry tried to break 52. because he was trying to break that record. But, hey, no, that's some good shooting by that man, Big Cat. Yeah, we'll just let him know.
Yep.
He's like that. Greatest big man shooter ever, though. Slow it down. Maybe top 5, and he's somewhere around 5.
And he's got he's got some career left, so get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll take out of big man shooters. You got Dirk, of course, the all-time great. Hit shots on the biggest of stages. You got Chris Bosh, believe it or not. Hit shots on the biggest of stages. Who else is a big man shooter? Does Larry Bird count as a big man?
I was going to say, like, what about Chris Mullin?
Chris Mullin, yeah.
Wasn't he a good shooter?
Yeah, he was a good shooter. So I'm like,
right.
But Cat, and I like Joel Embiid.
First one to win the 3, first center to do it. So
no shade to Cat, but greatest big man shooter ever.
No,
that's not debatable. He gotta. When it comes to the 3-point contest, maybe you can have that title. Who cares?
We'll give you the applause. Good shooting.
Great shooting.
But we'll, best ever. That's debatable.
That was the highlight of the night, of Saturday night.
Yep.
Because the dunk contest, now we could get into it.
Cool. Obi Toppin.
Man.
Former Dayton Flyer.
He did enter. He entered last year and lost. He came back and held it down, but I don't even got his score. But who was it this year? You got Obi Toppin, Juan Toscano Anderson, Jalen Green, Cole Anthony. Young Guns. I ain't mad at the Young Guns. But since the Young Guns didn't show up, they meant the Young Guns I really wanted to see. Like I said, I wanted to see Anthony Edwards, John Morant. Actually just think of someone to fly. That's what they do.
Dude, right.
You ain't,
be quicker about it. Don't set up these big, long, costume changes and bring out a Kia and jump over the hood and bring out the, when
you got just natural dunkers.
Just do it, right? That's what I'm thinking.
And they do some amazing things within game. I don't know. Those guys, I felt like they would have missed some dunks, and their missed dunks would have been better than
well, and you meant
But, yeah, man. Cole Anthony with the Timbs. I don't even remember what Jalen Green. Jalen Green had his friend trying to throw the pass, I believe, and yeah, that's what he did. And Juan, he came out cool, but wrong person from Golden State. Like the dunk contest really been falling the past few years. It's not the same. Last year,
you are you're
Anthony
dead on.
Simons won last year over Obi Toppin, and I don't even remember who Cassius Stanley is. He played for the Pacers. In 2020, Derrick Jones Jr., which this was I don't know. This wasn't fresh blood in 2020, but that was bubble year. Right before the bubble, actually, right before the shutdown. But Derrick Jones, Eric Gordon for the 3rd time to lose again. Pat Connaughton now he do be banging on stuff in games. I do like Pat Connaughton, but I felt like if it was Pat Connaughton gonna be in there, I felt like I wanted to see Caruso too. Let the two.
Pat from the
Bucks, the white guy from the Bucks.
The old the shooter, the 3-point shooter.
Oh no, he got bounced.
Does he?
Yeah.
Huh.
In game he had put it off the rim. I've seen him poster things.
Fair enough.
No, and he tried to show his talents on the big stage.
All right, yep.
Kudos to that. And then Dwight randomly did it in 2020 as well. Dwight, your days was literally 12 to 14 years from 2020. But that's just the last 3 years. It was just it's only going down from 2020. From the great, they say that the greatest competition was Zach LaVine, Eric Gordon, 2016. I think you also had Andre Drummond, who he didn't really do nothing spectacular. That's that one, so he's not really remembered. And Will Barton is a flyer, but that came down to Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, and Zach LaVine with his perfect scores. Right at the end, 15, you had Zach LaVine, Oladipo, even Greek Freak entered into the dunk contest. Nobody remembers that. I kind of do. Now that when I was looking up these names, I was like, oh yeah, Giannis did enter. No,
yeah, I totally forgot that.
Zach LaVine stole the show, but Giannis, even who became Finals MVP, back-to-back MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, entered the dunk contest. Well, right before we knew who he would become Giannis,
pretty
obviously.
Much, yep.
But he did. You got 2009, Nate Robinson, Dwight Howard, J.R. Smith, Rudy Fernandez. That was a good one. When Nate came down and Nate jumped over. He jumped over Howard, I believe, and Howard put the cape on. Howard put the cape on in 2008. Who you caping for, right? I'm caping for real dunkers. That's who I'm caping for.
Dude, I like that.
Yeah, man. I'm caping for real dunkers.
Holla, because they need it.
You got 2008, Gerald Green, Jamario Moon, Rudy Gay, these players had bounce.
Well, you mentioned like.
It don't got to be the biggest of stars.
And if you're not a big NBA fan, you don't have any idea who the 4 guys in this dunk contest were.
Yeah.
And the same with the year before and year before. And that's another problem is the big stars, like we mentioned,
it don't have to be the biggest
and not doing
not the biggest of the big stars, but for somebody who is as talented as Anthony Edwards, and he's known for dunking, though he did. I think he's like the youngest to hit 10 threes in a game, I believe, but. He's known for catching bodies on that court, figuratively, of course. Why not enter the dunk contest? Ja Morant is one of the most amazing. He's the
funnest player to watch in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's from his dunks, his 360 layups, his 360 dunks. It's doing all type of amazing things, and you don't enter into the dunk contest. Yep. Now we did get to see him on Sunday, but for a player like Anthony Edwards, unless I think somebody tried to tell me he might have been injured, I don't have fact on that. Yeah. But if he wasn't, I'm just saying somebody like him should have been in it.
Yep. And that's one of the problems. I mentioned in our, group chat, like, LeBron can't be the GOAT because he never entered the dunk contest. Like,
but in his I made a status and somebody was like, yeah, LeBron did it in the McDonald's All-Star game. I watched that too.
That's different.
2003. You know how old I was at 03? Like, he should have entered into one in like 05, maybe 06.
First couple years, you got to. I mean, all the greats have done it. All the GOATs have done it. So you got to do it, right?
We got 07, the Gerald Green. I believe that's the year when Gerald Green blew out the cupcake on the backboard.
Yeah.
Like Nate Robinson entered in I think he won 2.
5'6" Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Dwight Howard, Tyrus Thomas. Then just in the early thousands, Vince Carter, like these. Listen to these names: Vince Carter, Steve Francis, Stevie Franchise.
Steve Nash ain't getting in that.
I didn't mean to say Nash. Stevie Francis, T-Mac, Ricky Davis, had bounce, Jerry Stackhouse, Larry Hughes, 03, Jason Richardson, Desmond Mason, Richard Jefferson. People forget Richard Jefferson had bounce.
Well, that's why, dude threw on the Richard Jefferson jersey, but.
In the 80s, when it started in like 84, 82.
We can't
MJ, Neek, Clyde, Spud, Dr. J, names like that.
That's the thing. You can't compare. It's just
they
blew it out of the water. It's changed so much.
But why aren't these players? I just don't understand why these players. Right. Why do they feel like they're above the dunk contest?
And it's I hate all the lame excuses of
don't
whatever.
Tell me that the rim is too high.
Dude, potential to get hurt, focus on this, take their time off, like blah blah blah. That's what I mean. Like, if you want to be the GOAT,
Aaron Gordon,
you get out there.
Nate won 3.
No, we didn't. But I don't like Aaron Gordon.
I mean,
but that's the thing. You want to get out, you got to do it. And it's
pro Zach LaVine today. Back then,
yep,
that was before the ACL injury. Though.
So it's just one of the downsides of the dunk contest. Their lack of star power, like we've said. It just doesn't draw enough viewers. Too much gimmicky stuff. They take too much time dancing around, changing outfits, putting on shoes, whatever. Like, get the stars out there and just ball. Just get out there, and throw them up, and do it.
Would have been cool if he would have came out and performed.
Right.
He lacked performance, so it just looks extra.
Well,
now he's just a dude taking forever putting on Tim's to do like a windmill. No, don't get me wrong. I can't do none of it. But as a fan, I was disappointed. The dunk contest is supposed to be the premier thing of the night, not the 3-point shootout. The 3-point shootout is supposed to be a warm up. The skills challenge is supposed to be a warm up to it's an appetizer to the little side dish. And then
Rising
the main
stars
thing,
and things, 3-point fire, nice and cool dunk contest highlight. End it with a slam. Like
the 3-point the dunk contest isn't supposed to be low light of the night at all.
Right.
That's just unacceptable.
And it's getting if you haven't watched any social media, any news, anything like that, sporting news, it's getting, it's catching a lot of
fire. I'm about to write a letter. I'm going to write a letter to the NBA. We're going to start a petition, and we're going to make it work. Because I can't do this.
I like it.
Like, other people are not like in the same type of outrage I am. But as a fan of the dunk contest, I remember when NBA Live put it on the game. Like, the dunk contest was this, man. Yeah, now it's just a comedy show.
Fair enough. Well, that'll take us into Sunday. Team LeBron, the actual All-Star game. We mentioned on that a little bit. Ja Morant put on a show. Steph Curry put on a show. Here is...
We didn't see much of Ja in the second
There's your man.
He tried to get the all-time record that AD broke
52
2017. Yeah.
There's your All-Star
couldn't hit
game
that last
MVP,
shot.
Steph Curry, 16 threes.
Yeah. He did break that. He broke a few records that night, though. Most threes in a quarter, most threes in the All-Star game. He just couldn't get the all-time record of most points of 52. He tried to get 53, and he missed like 4 straight before Bron sealed the deal.
Speaking of LeBron, hitting the game winner.
Okay, Bron.
Let's see if I can pull this up. Bump, bump, bump. All right. And I do kind of like I like the Elam ending. It makes it interesting. Kind of some manufactured competition, but, where they set the certain point total to go to. Anyway, it was a close.
Steph hit that. I went crazy. Zach came down. I already knew what time it was. My bull. You already know what time it was. I'm like, oh, snap. They're back in it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's telling everybody just clear out, get on the other side, and give me the ball. Everybody on the other side of the floor.
Just clear out. Let the old man go to work. Joel Embiid was too late for the double team.
Late with that help side.
Zach LaVine was lunch meat. Zach LaVine was food. Man,
I think it'll show a couple more angles, but
we don't need any more angles. Cut.
He just backs him off. He just bodies him, backs LaVine off.
Shout out Bron. That was amazing.
He doesn't make too many clutch shots either. I mean, I don't know what the stats are for game winners.
Cut the tape. Cut the tape. Oh my God, I got flashbacks. It's just, I got too many memories of Bron.
PTSD over there.
PTSD of Bron hitting a shot over a bull. He hit the shot over Jimmy Butler in the corner in the playoffs. Man, the Miami Heat series, when it was Rose versus everybody.
Yep.
But it was nice to see because we don't know how many more times Bron will get that moment. He ain't never, the kid from Akron who's in year 19.
Yeah,
but the kid from Akron,
the old man from Akron.
Yeah, the grown A man from Akron. Like, time to cut it out with the kids nonsense.
He ain't been a kid since he left high school, man.
Listen. But that was amazing. Great game. Steph put on the show. Steph carried the team. Bron sealed the deal.
Let me go back.
For 2 years in a row, Team Durant didn't have Durant on his own team.
Imagine that. Come on, right? Come on,
bro. This annoying.
Yep.
I was kind of rooting for Team Durant, and then Team Bron also had my guy DeMar DeRozan on it, so he had a bull on there. So I'm not upset. Team Durant has Zach LaVine, and Bron had DeMar.
Speaking of, DeMar DeRozan's on fire. One thing about the All-Star game, I did like their unis. Kind of the all grays in the red.
That they trying to match the wine, the color of the Cleveland atmosphere.
Yep.
Yeah.
And good thing for Cleveland.
That boy Zach. That's
there's
shot.
a lot of people, putting down Cleveland. It's cold. It's February. What are you doing having the All-Star game in Cleveland? But from all
doing Cleveland's a nice city. I went.
And it just gets that universal Detroit, Cleveland, blah blah. But I think the All-Star game was a good right.
Detroit and Cleveland are still two different things.
But still, that generally nationwide they get that. You don't want to go to Cleveland, you don't go blah blah. So I think it was a good event for Cleveland, even if it's in February, it's cold, as opposed to last year in like Vegas where there's a lot of other things for the athletes and stuff. But good publicity, like good rep for Cleveland. Looks like the event went off well. Like. The screen, all the images on the broadcast look good. Downtown look nice. Like,
man,
so I mean, I'd give it just a little props.
I heard parking was $80. Oh, I have my guy actually went. I forgot to send the footage in. Yeah, so I told him to send me footage, and I also got footage of the championship parade in L.A. My guy, one of my other guys had joined. He had went to the parade because I was telling him when the Bengals win, I was going
You'll be at the parade.
Yeah, so he said, yeah, so I'm about to head to L.A. Oh yeah, that was like dope.
You had somebody go to Cleveland now?
Yeah, one of my coworkers actually went to the. He didn't go to the All-Star game itself, but he went to the Saturday night events,
festivities.
Yeah,
$80 parking.
Yeah, that was one of my other coworkers. He had went up there to Cleveland too. He's from Cleveland, so he had went back home for the weekend. Nice. Yeah, and he the one that told me it was $80 parking. So I'm like, yeah. I'm cool.
Good on
The
that.
Cleveland stuff affected Columbus, and all the hotels here was booked because I was trying to take the kids swimming for the weekend. I couldn't get a hotel room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the hotel that I got with COVID restrictions, all that other crap. Kids couldn't go swimming. Had to make a pivot. Had to make another pivot. Just try to spend time with the kids. Let them work on things. Whatever. Tell them what they need to work on. But not typical stuff. But yeah. So it was lit in Cleveland, but it is cold. So I did kind of think, but they did have the All-Star game in Cleveland 25 years ago, and even Kobe Bryant, another big name, who also played in his first All-Star game that weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but he won a dunk contest in '97.
Yep.
Yeah, so if I don't understand how someone like Anthony Edwards is too big for a slam dunk contest when Kobe Bean
6'6".
Yeah. No, I mean not like too big, too tall. But too big,
I gotcha.
Like
Yep.
I'm above this.
Right, like LeBron has been the whole time.
Yeah, man, it's too late for Brown. We talking about now.
Right. All right.
It is. I mean,
Anthony Edwards, where'd he play ball?
he's from Georgia, but he's in the Timberwolves. Play for the Timberwolves. Yeah. Phenom, athlete, dunks on everything.
Sounds about right. Oh, yeah. All right. So, yeah, hot weekend, 163, 160. It hit the unders. The over-under was 324.5. Total 323. So they're close as always. Put those in. Let's see.
Steph was just lighting it up, man.
Actually, I got Steph's threes. Let's watch some of those.
Hitting it from all over.
Short little clip. We'll watch him rain.
The whole shoot it, turn around, asking the crowd, did it go in? It's like, bro.
Look at this. Just
that one, they just letting him be open on that one. So, like, he's just shooting.
Well, he's shooting. That's from like 35 feet out.
I mean,
Between
Trey's legs.
Pull it up right there.
Look.
7 feet back.
Trae Young, what are you doing? You just pity-patting around trying to chase him. Look, why is he so open?
And lack of defense.
This is early on. So like the third quarter when he really went off. Hey, look at Kawhi. Next to who's that? I look like Big O. Like that's when step back on the beat.
Wide open. Yeah.
Man.
It's fun to watch them when they just do this, though. I mean, that's so hard to do when they just make it look easy.
Oh, see, I don't know if it went to the ones in the third quarter, but the ones in the third quarter.
That was just the.
Oh, yeah. The ones in the third quarter is the ones where he shot it, turned around.
Asking the fans.
Man,
see
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, they need to put that animation on 2K. They do.
There you go.
They got the Gilbert Arenas no look shot, but nah, the one that Steph do and did it go in before it goes in is just man. That boy was on
Dirty.
That boy
16 for 27 from threes, bananas.
and that's just because he missed his final 4 to maybe 5. Trying to hit once he actually tried to break the record, it was somebody put a lock on the basket or something, trying to almost set it up for LeBron to hit the shot. But that's All-Star Weekend. Can't wait because now it's really time to grind it out. And, what's perfect, headed straight into All-Star break, coming out of All-Star break is Jair's Levels. And we do have it updated like I did it last week. We on a break, so
right.
we sitting properly on what's what.
All right. Well, since I still got this one loaded up, what team does the All-Star break help the most? I know I asked you this last week.
Which team does the All-Star break help the most? It helped teams like Brooklyn, who've been falling, needed a break. Bucks, being up and down, inconsistent. They needed a break. The team in general, because they've been banged up. Drew Holiday needed a break. Who else? I hope it could affect teams like the Raptors, because the Raptors just caught fire. So a break could possibly slow down what they got coming from. But Fred VanVleet is a first-time All-Star, so he could be feeling good. First undrafted player to play in an All-Star game since
Where'd Fred VanVleet go to college?
Wichita, I believe.
Wichita State, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Well, yeah, of course Wichita State. But yeah, they did they go to the Final Four that year? Or
that was one of those runs.
That was one of them. They made one of them Elite Eight Final Four runs. I don't want to say it was in the championship. Don't quote me on that. But
no,
I do remember Wichita State doing something amazing. But yeah, first undrafted player to play in an All-Star game since Ben Wallace. No, don't ask me where Ben Wallace went, because I don't remember.
Ooh,
Steph definitely.
Where did Ben Wallace go to college? There's your trivia for the day.
You know what? If Anthony Edwards do like dunking on people, that's cool. Put bodies under the rim and dunk on them. Like, get a whole mannequin. Get the dang crazy arm inflatable man and put him up under the rim and dunk on that. Like, that would have been better than anything we saw Saturday night.
Dude, here you go. If you would have known this, Ben Wallace, Virginia Union University.
That's
HBCU.
Yeah.
Anywhere I was like, all right, I know where you're going. Yeah, if you've ever heard of Virginia Union, there's your bar trivia for the day. Where did Ben Wallace go to college? Virginia Union University. Let's see. I got Lay It Down if you want to start there.
Lay It Down tier.
I mean, that's something we can gloss over pretty quick unless you got anything.
Nah, so these is the team that's pretty much tanking the rest of the way. You got now. What are they gonna do? They're gonna do something with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander somewhere after in the off season, hopefully, because they need to get him up out of there. But it is the team's pretty much taking it away. Now the Thunder, technically the Thunder is only 4 games out of 10, 4 to 5 games back. Nah, they 7.5 games back. Never mind. Yeah, all these teams can lay it down. Jalen Green and his dunk contest self lay it down. Cole Anthony and your Timberlands in Orlando lay it down. Cade Cunningham and them young boys, Jeremy Grant. Now Cade Cunningham did win Rising Stars MVP, but guess what? Lay it down. OKC lay it down. Like I said, I've been telling you all year. Fire Sale and Indy, LeVert's out of there. Now, Miles Turner is still there. I wonder what they're going to do with him. And Brogdon is also still there. I thought they would have traded those 2 players as well. Maybe they couldn't get what they wanted. But LeVert's out of there. He's back in Cleveland. They shipped Sabonis to Sacramento. Somebody spelled Chicago wrong, but they shipped him to Sacramento. I don't know what the heck that was about.
Yeah, is that what they did? They spelled Chicago wrong.
Yeah, they spelled Chicago wrong. He talked to the wrong GM. He was supposed to talk to my guy AK, but it's all good. Yeah, like I said, Fire Sale and Indy, because they're now officially laying it down. And all of these teams will be here all the rest of the season, and they're pretty much been here the whole season anyway. Now, get them out of here. Kick them out of here. Get them out of here.
Next up, I just got to drop this in.
Still have hope because they praying to make it, or they just praying to be healed. They're praying for prayers.
It's funny.
They're just praying to be praying, right?
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
All right. Boom. You even got it there.
Yeah, exactly. Still have hope because teams like the Clippers and the Lakers praying for health. Clippers is waiting for Paul George and Kawhi to come back. Lakers is waiting for Anthony Davis to come back. To answer your question, the All-Star break helps out the Lakers. Maybe they could figure some things out. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to be around 500 all around. Right now, the Lakers are in the 9th spot in the West, 4 games below 500. But the gap between the Lakers, so they're going to be somewhere around 8, 9, 10 the whole season. Can LeBron push the team forward and try to get them around 7, 6? I doubt it. He's already talking about coming coming back to Cleveland. And
this is like a 3-year plan too. Bronny's what, a junior?
Yeah, and he might need to be in college for 2 years. So they talked about that.
Dude, right.
Bronny's is the 34th ranked player in his class of 2023. Bronny is the 6th ranked guard in his class, so the numbers aren't very promising. But
do you think that's got a lot of inflated weight just because he's LeBron's kid? I mean
that
do you
might
think
be accurate.
that's
I seen Bronny play
objectionable?
live. No, when the Sierra Canyon played St. Vincent here a year or 2 years ago at the Shot, or either at the Shot or Nationwide, whichever one it was. But he's straight.
All right.
We just gonna have to see him on the next stage.
And I mean, you
really
said, he's 16 or 17, like,
and he's 6'3".
he got a ways to go.
He still could hit another growth spurt. Like, men don't stop growing until actually 21, 22. You got players like Paul George who hit a growth spurt in the league. Jason Tatum hit a growth spurt in the league. Brandon Ingram hit a growth spurt in the league. Giannis hit a growth spurt in the league. So, like, if you come in young, who knows? Anthony Davis. Not to say that, Bronny's going to be Anthony Davis,
right.
but Anthony Davis was once a 6'3" point guard, which is why he still thinks he's a point guard. And he's now a 6'10", 6'11" power forward, but he's not a power forward, and he don't play like a small forward either. Like,
he's just AD, does what he does. All right, so my thought is, Lakers don't make the playoffs. You can book that now. They ain't getting there.
They're going to make the play-in, bro. Just because,
because it goes to what, 10 teams?
Yeah, it goes to
All
10,
right.
and then you got Portland is the only team that can really catch them.
The Lakers will not be one of the top 8 seeds in the West.
No, I can give you that. Now, could I see the Timberwolves knocking out the Lakers because they don't got nobody who could stop Anthony Edwards or D'Lo because their backcourt is slow? Or clearly, the last time we seen Big Cat and AD face off, Big Cat hitting with the "you too small, bro." So.
All right. So I got questions about Still Have Hope. How about the Hawks? The Hawks made it to the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Oh, that was bubble magic.
Magic.
Even though it wasn't the bubble.
That's what I was.
But that was a little bit. Somebody sprinkled pixie dust.
Just hit a hot streak.
Because
they did at the end of the regular season, didn't they win like 11 of 14 or something?
It was straight.
Boo.
It was cool.
Trae Young just caught fire.
They played the Knicks. Knicks lacked offense. Derrick Rose Derrick Rose did carry the team to one
Bubble
victory.
magic.
Yeah. So the Derrick Rose did carry the team to one victory, but they won that series in 5, I want to say, when they beat the so it was kind of the Hawks was almost like how the Bengals side of the bracket was, not trying to be funny.
But just a little bit easy. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, they had like a favorable matchup. Now, I did pick the Knicks because I was picking Derrick Rose and Thibodeau, my former Bulls. That's really the only reason why.
Well, they
had the Knicks, but then they played Philly. Now, that's the Ben Simmons thing, and the team collapsed.
Yep.
Now, the thing is, Philly always collapse in the playoffs. That's not nothing new.
All right. Well, I mean, to your point, like, Atlanta's the 10th seed in the East right now. They're just below 500. All of this, backs up what you said, They're hot. They caught fire last. So that was basically my question, which you answered.
They did have a good
Hawks
win.
Probably
headed into
won't
the break. I think they just beat Phoenix.
But they got some.
They are 10th in the East. They are three games back from 2.5 back from the 8th seed, but they're definitely in playing territory for the rest of the season. So they're not gonna. They might be able to catch Charlotte, depending. Well, the Raptors is actually a nice little ways above 500. And then the Nets is only waiting for their guys to come back. Once Ben Simmons is able to play,
game on.
Hopefully, it's still possible that the state of New York might lift that mandate, and Kyrie might be able to play home games. Or I still say that they should eat them fines and have him play the home games anyway.
Right.
The unvaccinated away, and interesting thing is unvaccinated away players can play in the stadium.
I just heard that like last week.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, what the?
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
Unvaccinated away players can play in the stadium, but my man's Kyrie can't.
Right. So
I don't got my Kyrie cape today.
Go figure that out.
I'm caping for my Bulls because they got to have a strong finish so they could get this 1 seed, please.
All right.
Okay. We tied for first right now, but they got the Heat got the tiebreaker. Yeah. But who else announced it?
Oh,
was that? You know what?
Let's move. Yeah.
Don't sleep. Now, don't sleep with none of these teams. Now, you said the Timberwolves might be a reach, bro. It's not. Don't sleep on them. That's the problem. If you sleep on the Timberwolves, and they will put the Lakers out in the play-in, I promise you that. But that's only if the Lakers sleep on them. Cat gonna come to play. Anthony Edwards might be excited. Just like the Grizzlies put out the Warriors last year in the play-in, it's only one game. Anything can happen. And if you still trying to figure out what you're going to do with Russell Westbrook, if Anthony Davis is still flirting with injury, and if LeBron's still taking – how can LeBron finish this season? Because he had a strong first half, but the majority of them games have been fairly easy. As far as a softer schedule, the Lakers have one of the toughest schedules to finish out the season because the Lakers are when the NBA is on prime time, the Lakers are going to be on prime time, so they're going to get the heavyweights on those games. So like they got to play the Suns a lot more. They got to play, and they're 2-7 versus the Suns the last 9 games they played. Don't look good,
and for the West, all you've got the Nuggets.
The Nuggets
is potential Laker killers.
Reigning MVP is in contention for MVP again now, unless barring injury to Embiid like last year. But barring injury to Embiid, Jokic could possibly be an MVP. But by the time if something happens to Embiid, then I'm gonna really beat the drum for my guy DeRozan.
Dude, yeah,
DeRozan's is definitely
DeRozan's been balling out.
He's definitely having a better season. I'll touch on him in a minute.
But your case in point, like the Nuggets, they're in don't sleep because they've got the reigning MVP and he's playing at an MVP level.
He definitely is playing at an MVP level.
And he's got that whole team on his back without Jamal Murray still.
And still no Jamal Murray and Michael Porter. Yep. Michael Porter Jr. has been gone all season. Yep. So they should have made some moves. And, 3-time loser at a dunk contest. I would like to see him enter in for a 4th time. Heck, enter in for a 5th. But enter in until you win, AG.
Yeah, there you go.
I would rather see, because he could have definitely got a dub over those guys.
Dude, you got that right.
Man.
He is probably kicking himself for that one.
Man, like, oh, yeah. And this is the one.
I like University of Arizona, so I'm a little bit all right with Aaron Gordon.
All right.
But he's just, I don't know. He's kind of
he's like a somewhat 3-level player, but
all right,
no, not for real.
All right, don't sleep. Let's see.
Of course the Nets. The Nets isn't right. The Nets finally ended their loser streak, but they was on a 12-game skid. The Nets are back on a 1-game loser streak, but they're 2-8 in their last 10, and they're losers. So that'll make them 2-12,
14.
2-14,
but
2 in their.
They'll
last,
be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
That's the crazy thing.
Once they get the best player in the world back, once they get Ben Simmons, so people who think that the Sixers won that trade, we won't know what that trade is going to do for either team until postseason play.
It's we won't be able to analyze this until the offseason. Nets definitely won the trade in my book. I don't have any faith in Harden, this is his 3rd team in like 14 months, something like historically he does, dude.
His way out of town.
Right.
James Hardhead.
Just giving up.
I like to call him James Hardhead when I'm trolling. Or, as you know, I am a Power fan, so I call him James St. Patrick.
Fat James Harden?
Nah, Fat James. And then you got that, too.
Fat James.
But they say he put on a fat suit. But nah, right. I'm talking about...
Dude, but this is what like... That's the speculation is like, is he faking his injuries? He's quitting on teams.
T-Mac
is he putting on a... Dude,
T-Mac
torched him.
Yeah, he said he definitely... Yeah, he said, you ain't practicing no step backs with a messed up hammy. You definitely icing it. You out there, but allegedly, right? But yeah, I call him James St. Patrick because I am a Power fan, and James St. Patrick in the show, his nickname was Ghost, and James Harden turns into a ghost come playoff time. So that's why I call him James St. Patrick.
Got a lot of depth there.
Yeah, him getting out of these last few teams is kind of Antonio Brown-esque. The way he left Oakland, the way he left New England, heck, the way he left the Buccaneers. It's kind of, is James, former all-time great? No, the difference is that Basketball Hall of Fame and NFL Hall of Fame is 2 different things, but Dragic signing thoughts. Yeah, he's going to Brooklyn.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Yeah, Brian chime in. Thanks, Mr. Wade.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be calling in.
What you think, Dragic? I didn't set up the book.
Oh, we didn't set up the call-in number today. But
so if he called that.
Dragic going to the Nets is a good look. They need an extra veteran guard, and guess what? You know why Dragic is going to the Nets? Because his his Mr. Miyagi is the head coach of that team now. Like, if people remember, Steve Nash was his Mr. Miyagi. Dragic was his replacement in Phoenix. If you remember the first time, I
do not remember that. So.
Dragic was his replacement pretty much at Phoenix before he went to before Steve Nash went to LA. But he studied up under Nash there. That's when I want to say Dragic either won not comeback player, either most improved player or sixth man on the year or something like that, playing for the Suns. Like, he did good. Then he went to Houston. I said he went back to Phoenix when they had Bledsoe, Isaiah Thomas. Like, Dragic was and then Dragic also he was the Miami Heat's leading scorer for that bubble championship. I think he was the only one averaging 20 points a game or something like that.
Okay.
But
do you think that's good? We had another comment was
going to cake if
how you think how's Chris Paul? There's another big news over the weekend. Chris Paul out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
One of the viewers
campaign.
How is that going to affect the Suns' run down the stretch? They're going to be just fine.
I think number one, they got so much wiggle room. Heck, now that they even got a 7-game lead on the Warriors. Wow, the Grizzlies just cut the Warriors and fell so bad. The Grizzlies and caught them. So yeah, they got a nice little 7-game lead on the Warriors. The Warriors aren't going to catch them, even though the Warriors got the head-to-head. The Warriors are going to catch them. They're not going to. The Suns, I don't think, will lose enough games for the Warriors to catch them with a 7-game lead already. So the Suns is fine.
Suns going to hang on to that number one seed.
Just like the Titans finished with the 1 seed.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
These analogies are coming now. Now I got the energy. So yeah. But just like the Titans maintain that 1 seed, of course, there were some extra little things in there. Certain teams lost, like, the Bengals beat and the Chiefs, stuff like that kind of helps solidify that. True. But in this case, it's such a big of a gap that the Suns ain't going to have to worry. They should be able to rely on the young man, Devin Booker, who is now in his prime, and losing. They're so far removed from a losing team.
Right.
This isn't that. This ain't the bubble where they won 8 straight and still didn't make the playoffs. They are defending champs of the West. They're legit.
And in my mind, Chris Paul's done enough. He's been with them long enough. He's played with them long enough. Yeah. He's shown his leadership. His role is cemented. He's going to play. He'll be assistant coach on that bench, telling everybody what to do anyway. He's involved. He's a leader. He's got that team like where they're at. So he's only going to get rested.
Yeah.
He'll be ready to roll come playoff time. And I think you're right. They've got a 7-game lead. They should be able to hang on to that, get that important number 1 seed with the Warriors. But, never count out the Warriors, dude.
Never count out the Warriors, but they will have to. They're already on a 7-game streak, and they won 9 of their last 10.
Yep.
The Warriors are still the Warriors. The All-Star break helped the team like the Warriors.
Yep.
Clay got to get another reboot. Everybody else, Draymond is already banged up, so he's not like he's playing. And they're still waiting for Wiseman to come back. And I'm hearing that they're trying to get a big man in a buyout market. Is it Lopez? It might be Lopez.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
All right. Well.
But even still, them two ain't gonna have to see each other. Even if they do play in a regular season again, it's still a big lead. The next time that they match up will actually matter is if it's the game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Unless somehow. Now, the Grizzlies is on the Warriors' tail for the 2nd seed.
Yep.
And if the Grizzlies can somehow get into battling it out with the Warriors down the stretch, I'm going to have to put the Grizzlies, and we like that. And like I said before, with another football analogy, just like the Bengals, the Grizzlies could be just like the Bengals. Young star, Joey B, Ja Morant, Jamar Chase, Jaren Jackson Jr., however you want to compare it. But anyway, Young's team, they could possibly push in the West, but they gotta keep grinding it out. All of these teams in here grind it out. The Bucks can't make that statement and they can't get out their own way. So I can't just get a Bucks that type of championship respect totally, because I still remove last year. Of course they won a championship. Just remove last year. I remember them folding against the Celtics. Not the Celtics. I remember them folding against the Heat. I remember them folding against the Raptors. It was been a couple of letdowns that the Bucks have had recently that I can't take out of my head yet. So Giannis still has to show me, in a sense, that he could do it again.
Gotcha.
Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steph Curry, all of these players, Michael, all of these great all-time greats have to show that they could do it more than once. Now, a lot of people believe in them, and they're saying that the Bucks have just been cruising. Possible.
Dude, and here's the thing. I think the Bucks like off the radar. They don't want to get talked about. They're small market. They don't want to be in the headlines.
Even with
Giannis loves this.
Arguably the best player.
Dude, right. Arguably the best player in the league, in the world, the reigning NBA Finals MVP, reigning champions, and they're still under the radar. I think that's key. I think, Brooklyn. I think Milwaukee likes being in that position of we're just going to cruise control, like you said. We're going to win games. We're going to stay off the radar. And when it comes playoff time, bam, here we are. We're ready to roll.
One person who get the headlines in Wisconsin, that's Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers get all the headlines that way.
Man. Poor, he's single now, ladies, so.
Yeah, all he's gonna do is feed you too.
There you go.
But he can't get a ring, so he's afraid to commit.
Nice, I like that. Can't get a ring, can't buy one. Nope. We got about 5 minutes left here. What you want to wrap up with? Final thoughts.
Touch on this tier real quick because it's really only two teams and that's looking like that, and that's the Suns. And we already touched on the Suns, Chris Paul's injury, and how they still gonna finish out as top dog. This tier is where everything is happening. At you got Luka on a rampage
when you
right
got
now.
The number
He's
one
averaging
seed in the
41.5 points in his last 5 games or something crazy like that. You got my guy DeMar DeRozan just broke a Wilt Chamberlain record. Chicago Bulls, baby. DeMar DeRozan just to average 35 points and with at least 50% in 6 straight games, and he's done it in 7. He's been on a roll. Zach LaVine just got his knee drained. He's going to require some offseason surgery for his MCL. But he could finish out the year, and I just hope that when it comes to a physical, because I know what we lack. We did just sign Tristan Thompson, but we still lack physicality. Tristan Thompson ain't enough to for no Giannis. Now Patrick Williams might be we coming back with reinforcements, and right now because the Heat is 2-1 against us, they got the tiebreaker. But the Heat and the Bulls are tied for number 1 in the West at 38-21. But the Heat right now got the nod because they got the tie. They own the head-to-head, of course. But the Bulls are about to beef back up. Lonzo, Caruso, Pat Williams should be coming back. We just got Derrick Jones back. Zach LaVine will be fine. DeMar's cool. Vucevic. The Bulls, but we lack physicality. So could something like a MCL drain, a messed up MCL affect Zach LaVine in a 7-game series? Will he even? I don't even know. Will he be able to play back-to-backs down the stretch? So will he have to sit some games?
I got you.
So I don't really know, but I'm really just waiting on Lonzo, Caruso, and these other guys to come back. And if we, with the help of Tristan Thompson, maybe Patrick Williams come back, he could beef up our front line because we got to go through some big men in the East. This ain't no cakewalk. We got to worry about Embiid. We got to worry about Giannis. We got to worry about Kevin. Even the Heat. We got to worry about Bam. Physical teams,
dude. Yep. Physical Miami team. Heat, Bulls,
and that's just the Bull. That's the Bulls,
dude. In Cleveland, man, Karis LeVert is a nice fit in Cleveland.
A nice trade. That's a nice trade. Now the Cavs, they're young. They just gotta. I got the Cavs in grind time. They're on the same level. They're 4th in the East.
They just need to keep doing their thing. They're scrappy. Not
same record as the Sixers.
Bunch of talent. Not a lot of star power.
But they do got 2 All-Stars on that team.
Dude, yep,
and Jared Allen and Darius Garland got to finish out the game yesterday.
Yep.
So,
and I mean, not a lot. They've got star power. I don't mean like nationwide, the big names. Like they're kind of like the Bengals,
Darius
man.
Garland will be a household name.
You bet.
Like Joey B.
Yep, you got that right, man. So, yeah, good things for Cleveland. I mean, they're kind of rolling. They're fun to watch.
But they also they're not I don't know how they're not really physical, but Cleveland's long, lanky, tall. They're starting marketing at small forward for Christ's sake, and he can't. We could really use marketing on this team that we got now.
Right?
He was pouting about his minutes prior. It's not our fault that you couldn't stay healthy, fam. I'm sorry. I'm happy for him in Cleveland, but
Dirk.
Man, the four that he could be the perfect four for us right now. Him, Vucevic, DeMar, Zach, Lonzo. Oh my goodness! But he's in Cleveland. They got him smart. They got him a 7-footer starting small forward with possible rookie of the year Evan Mobley, who also shined in the Rising Stars talents.
Dude, Evan, he can play.
Yeah. So the Cleveland was all over the place this weekend, from Mobley to Garland to Allen. Yeah, they got a team over there, but they're young. In playoff moments.
But maybe one of those, like, you know, who knows? They get hot like Atlanta, you know, they get some bubble magic. Like, those kids put it together. And we'll see. You never know. That's, you can see.
As of now, today, if the playoffs started today, they would have Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's not the matchup they want.
No. Not even close. Sorry, Cavs fans. But, yeah, if the playoffs started today, they'd have Milwaukee, and they'd be out in 4. Easy. Because even though they got the front line, they're not about to go right for a 7-game series.
But they're excited. That's the thing. Like,
they're
exciting to watch it.
They might be able to steal the game. Maybe Chris Middleton not show up. Maybe Drew Holiday don't show up a game because Chris Middleton still sometimes forget.
Well, I don't think they'll be. Hopefully they don't get the Bucks in the first round. But there's a lot of season left. So the Nets are moving up. The Sixers are going to fall. We'll see where the Heat reside. You know, dude, Miami, the king of the East, and nobody's talking about them. So
I mean, they got the same record as the Bulls, so I can't say they're the Kings.
Fair enough.
King of the East.
All right, they're tied for the Kings of the East.
Yeah, like the
definitely
Bulls,
something to be reckoned with. 6 games above 500.
But the Heat is getting healthy. That's the thing. They, for the most part, that's why they've been they're 6-4 in their last 10 on a 1-game win streak. But
yeah, the only really hot one. I mean, the Suns and the Celtics, 9-1, 9-1 over their last 10. So
the Bulls is on a 5-game. The Bulls is on a 5-game win streak, 7-3 in their last 10.
There you go.
Like I said, in those games, DeMar started off this streak on the 2. We lost 2 straight, I think.
That's what the Suns' last loss was to the Hawks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the Hawks. I know that for the Hawks. That was one of the notable wins coming into the break. One of their 2 wins on their 2-game win streak now. But yeah, grind time. It's a lot of teams in grind time. You got the Sixers. Harden Harden is supposed to make his debut. We'll see how that comes. I don't think it's gonna work. When you quit your way out the way you quit your way out, now
I'm anxious to see what.
Unless Embiid is his Tom Brady, I doubt it.
That's a long shot there, man, and that's like the only way. As if there's some magical union there where those two just hit it off and go back and forth and like blow it up. But I don't see that. I see Harden. I see the same problems in Philly. It's just going to be 2 studs that don't. One stud that can't play together with other stars. And
see, this is the thing.
So I don't. I'm fine with that.
If the playoffs started today, they would play. The Sixers will play the Celtics. 3-6 matchup, right? They will most likely win that matchup, but mostly because the Celtics are small. Now, if they can figure out a way to get the ball out of Embiid's hands and, dare I say, let James Harden beat them, then that's something else. But I don't see them having a thing.
And Harden would have to just go on just a tear.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't see them stopping Embiid, the Celtics, if this was the final matchup. But I don't see them stopping Embiid at all. And then the Brooklyn Nets would be the scariest 8th seed ever.
Dude, get out of here.
So I don't see them. So like, say they beat the Celtics, then the second round matchup, Philly versus Chicago. Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna go with my Bulls.
And I don't believe in Philly whatsoever.
If we can match up with Embiid, James Harden?
If you can stop Embiid, you can beat the Sixers, right? Yeah. That's all there is to it.
See, it'll be
and when they get Harden, will
Thibault, Maxey. Thibault is a first team defensive player. I think he was a second team All Defense last year. He'd get Defensive Player of the Year votes. He might get some this year, but they still like the advanced numbers of Rudy Gobert. But that's just whatever. But yeah, so the matchup, I'm thinking of a second round matchup with Philly, Thibault, Harden would hide on Lonzo, maybe. Harden really couldn't because they have Thibault on a DeMar. possibly Maxey on Zach LaVine. I wouldn't see James Harden on LaVine or DeMar DeRozan. Lonzo is a traditional point guard though, but if you leave Lonzo open, he'd knock it down. So I would imagine that Harden would guard someone like him because he wouldn't guard whoever our 4 is.
Yeah, it's going to be. I don't have much hope for the Sixers, but I don't believe in Harden. I don't see things going well. I don't see that trade working out that way.
Embiid to really have to dominate,
which is what he does anyway. So
yeah, but Embiid still got to prove he could get it done in the playoffs too.
Agreed.
No, because some years he show up, some years he don't. Last year, Ben Simmons got a lot of the blame, but Embiid didn't get the job done.
And the way this is going, all you got to do is shut down Embiid, and you can beat the Sixers. So I mean, it makes it easy.
Which is harder said.
I mean, right, but for game playing,
like hard than said or done.
Nice. All right, that's about it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in out there. If you're still sticking around, they'll be there. You know that.
Second round exit possible. If Utah played Dallas, I will finally get this. If the playoffs started today, Utah played Dallas, and I will finally get to see Luka versus someone else other than the Clippers because he's only gone crazy. He got crazy numbers, but hasn't won a playoff series yet. So,
and that's what it's going to take for the 21-year-old.
And I think that the Mavericks will beat them. Beat the Jazz if they play matched up.
All right. Cool. Well, that's it. That's where we at for the NBA. We're coming back after the All-Star break for them. They start on Thursday. I'm excited for it, man.
Yeah, man, real excited.
Good stuff.
Definitely see how it's going to turn up down the stretch. Basketball will be heavy. We'll have one more guest.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
So, happy President's Day, everybody. Hope y'all have a good week. We'll be here next week for episode 30. And with that, that's all I got. Have a good night, everyone.
Steph, Seth, and Dale.
Hey, there we go. Nice. We'll take you out with some dunks from the dunk contest.
So is it going to be boing? Boing.
Yep. Peace.
Paper toss. Acha. No paper.
Shout out from Will Ward, who isn't here. Yeah. Miss you, big guy.
See you, brother.
Peace. Here's some dunks. Let's do it.
Hold that ball up. There it is.
With the Timbs.
With the Timbs.
Okay, that was after his 7th try.
Yeah, I definitely cut out the first few of those.
And all he did was a windmill.
Right.
And he took it out of he took it out of his hand, and his dad not even tall.
Yeah, not that big of a flex. And so, yeah, here, signing the ball.
He pushed off. Is my mic still on?
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, yeah, he pushed off. There was nothing sweet about that. I didn't watch little Nate Robinson jump over 5'8", 5'7" Nate Robinson jumped over 6'11" Dwight Howard, and he barely pushed off.
Yep.
To watch him push off Andrew Wiggins because his throw was in the way. Like, dude, you didn't make it over him.
Come on, bro.
T-Rash.
Yep. Got to get over. All right, come on. Too many cuts of this one.
What's the next one? And it took him forever. Obi Toppin, okay, that dunk wasn't even sweet for real, but he jumped. He cleared him. He went behind his back. That part was hard. I like that part. But he didn't jump over nobody tall, and he's the tall. So like they don't. But he was the best dunker of the night because he the only one that ain't missed. Jalen Green took 30,000 tries to make this dunk.
Yep, I cut out all that because that took way too much, and it was a bad toss from his bro, his partner, whatever. So, yeah, 38, pretty weak toss.
Oh, yeah, what's my,
This is a nice little 360 spin here. 360 windmill. Good look. Man, that's a good look.
Man, I watched, who did that yesterday? Oh, yeah, Rudy Gobert did that same dunk in the dunk contest yesterday. Oh, well, he didn't do the windmill. That part was cool.
43, that's Toscano.
Because it probably took him a few tries. He didn't. He just made his dunk.
See, and all he did is put the ball. He didn't dunk it. He just, I mean, I guess I can't do that, so props. That's pretty tough. But
he grabbed the rim.
Right. Bam. Yep. All right. That's Flossie. For the 46.
I don't need anybody score 50 yesterday. Oh, so the finals came down.
The final two, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that because that's the way I wrote it.
Yeah, Dunks kind of puts his arm in there, doesn't quite get his elbow up in there if he was trying. Breaks his wrist on the rim. I think he was trying to get his elbow in.
I hope not, because he really every time I watch a Warriors game, I see him shooting more than Steph do. So this is why I was confused.
And here's your winner. That was sick. I mean, that's a good. But see, I just want more of this. Just leave the props out of it, leave the humans out of it, leave the cars out of it, leave the whatever. Throw it off the board, 360 slam through the leg or windmill through the legs. You know what I mean?
Do you think?
Bam! God, that's sweet.
Do you see? And I wanted to. Did you turn the camera off yet?
No, we still on.
All right, cool. I got a quick question. So, do you think that some of these stars is afraid? Like the stars that I want, like Anthony Edwards, is afraid of that moment of failure if they fail in this moment. Do you think so?
No, I can't imagine that.
I mean, it's a dunk. I mean, of course, if you miss, you miss. But clearly, some stuff will still be better than what we get.
Dude, right. I can't imagine that. There should be no. That could not be a scene too. They're NBA All-Stars. They're pros. I mean, this game doesn't matter. A dunk contest doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe your pride might be hurt, but nah, man, we need more. Got to have some more star power in the NBA. I need Ja Morant in there.
Anthony Edwards, like
you said,
they did beg him. They begged Ja, like, please. Well, I think it was Reggie Miller. He was like, please enter in the dunk contest next year. And then that's when Ja was like, the rim ain't high enough. I'm like, bro, what? And then I read the quote from Anthony Edwards saying that he lacked the creativity. I'm like, no, you don't.
All right.
Like I said, if he do something, just dunk. If you want to dunk on somebody, get the inflatable arms, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Him. But before we get out of here, quick shout out to Hansel Emmanuel. That's the one-armed basketball phenom. Got offered from Penny Hardaway
in Memphis.
Head coach of the Memphis Tigers, a full scholarship. I would want to say that's what it is. Hopefully, I don't know if he's going to get any other offers, but because a real one like Penny Hardaway, 6'7", all-time great point guard. It was Shaq and Penny before it was Shaq and Kobe.
Yep.
So, Penny, hopefully he actually takes that offer. And is that incentive rule that's in football? Is that in basketball too?
No idea.
You know what I'm talking about, like the paid players.
Oh, NIL, yeah, for sure.
That's in basketball too.
Yeah, so name, image, likeness.
Yeah, okay, so
he could sign. He could sign a sponsorship deal with somebody in Memphis.
Okay, so yeah,
sure.
Because I think Penny Hardaway's name came in some stuff before.
Get him paid.
So yeah,
dude. Yep.
Yeah, so he could get paid. Sure. He could get paid, and if he could actually perform on that stage.
But yeah, that's cool. Great.
Lord knows, because that's
a great story.
Hansel Emmanuel is a hooper, man.
Yep.
If you ain't looked him up, he Texas Life Christian Academy. Yep. Life Christian Academy, man. Emmanuel Hansel, like a 6'6" point guard, one arm. Got a jump shot, got a crossover, and he'd catch a body. Yep. It's nothing like him out there. And he got a full ride from the Memphis Tigers head coach Penny Hardaway.
Yes, sir.
So we can end on that note.
Good note.
Some positive vibes.
Dude, hell yeah.
Will Ward, we see you next week. Definitely hit the chat.
Yep. I think
it'll still be Black History Month next week. It'll be the last Black History Month. We'll get our little Black History.
Something there, yeah.
Yeah, we get our little Black History things out there.
All right.
Get into it, man. That's Debatable.
Peace,
Follow me. That's Debatable on all platforms.
Got it. We out.